What's up, YouTube? Coming to you live from Williamsburg, Virginia. I'm on the East Coast. Look at these tall trees, man. Crazy out here. I just flew in from North Carolina 2 nights ago. Never been to either of those states. I finished a wellness retreat in North Carolina, which was top notch. One of the best experiences of my life. I'm gonna share that with you in a second. And then starting tomorrow, I'm gonna be working with the tourism board of Williamsburg, Virginia to play a bunch of golf, eat a bunch of food, go on some cool tours, and bring that to you guys in video format as well. Now, this retreat that I just had, it was a wellness retreat at this place called The Art of Living, and it was specifically for large social media creators. I was one of 20 people invited to participate and then document our experience and make videos to bring awareness to all the cool stuff they have going on there. And man, I was looking forward to it and excited, but I had no idea what I was in store for. Had no idea I was gonna make. Wow, this could be a tough place to vlog, guys. Sorry, it is so loud. Or maybe this mic is just perfect. I hope you guys can hear me, but the road is loud. But I had no idea I was gonna meet my best friends for the rest of my life. And I'm just in a great headspace right now, and even if this video is a little ranty or seemingly has no point, I just think it's important to put good vibes out into the world when you're feeling it, right? How often do we jump straight on camera when something's not going our way to complain about an air flight that, you know, airplane that our flight got delayed, or our bags got lost, or somebody cut us off in traffic? Like, people document those moments left and right, but what about the wins? What about when you're feeling good and you have a lot of positivity to spread? Put that out there too. And I'm just on a high right now from meeting the most amazing people. My boy Jameson from New Jersey, this girl KB from South Carolina, this girl Libby from North Carolina, and then this chick Nella from Miami. The 5 of us, we're all in this retreat together where we're doing breathwork, meditation, yoga, eating Ayurvedic food, up in nature, just on this total like wellness retreat. And through 3 or 4 days of shared experiences together, we got, man, look at where I am, by the way. I don't know if you can tell how tall these trees are. That's like 150 feet tall. We just bonded so well. Everybody was so open-hearted, loving, just genuine people, like the most genuine people I've ever met in my whole life, which is like, I just know that. Like, it's like I knew them from past lives. Like, I did not just meet those people. That was actually my family, and we've just been on other sides of the planet doing our own thing for years, and finally are brought together now. But bonds that are gonna definitely last a lifetime. We all have really unique content. Jameson does like get ready with me stuff and fashion stuff. He's a big dude, tall dude, heavier dude, and so he kind of makes stuff catered to that audience, which doesn't have a lot of representation. KB is a super tall tennis player, and she's got the funniest personality and just the coolest energy, such a sweetheart. She makes a lot of entertaining content. Libby does mukbangs, which is where you just like eat a bunch of food in front of people, and they just kind of get to like live vicariously through you, chomping down. She's in like really good shape. It's hilarious that her whole thing is about eating food, because you would never know it. Nella is a model and a yoga instructor from Venezuela, and then she also does yoga with kitties and bunnies for girls. So just a real, and then it's me, right? A golfer and a fitness guy, and Jameson does some fitness too. Everybody's kind of fit and does a lot of the health stuff as well, which is why we were all invited to this health retreat. But such a diverse group of people from all over the world, all different shapes and sizes, yet we meshed as if we were one, you know, same team, in spite of all of our differences, which was just a really beautiful thing to be a part of. And I can honestly say that's probably a first for me. That's probably the best I've ever got along with people in my whole life. And that's really saying something, because I get along with everybody. I'm pretty much always having positive experiences when I meet new people. My whole life, high school, college, all the travel I did as a professional golfer. I'm consistently stepping into, you know, environments with an open heart and a desire to share, you know, vulnerable moments with people and understand different ways of life and really connect deeply with people, I'm always doing that. I've been doing that. And I'm just telling you, this experience was above everything else. This was a peak experience for me, and they don't happen very often in life. So I feel like I just want to encapsulate the energy and headspace that I'm currently in and try to come up with as many reflections as I can, both for myself and for you guys. I think part of why this trip was as amazing as it was is the multi-pronged attack of like doing breathwork, meditation, yoga, eating this kind of like vegan diet that had no meat on the trip. And I'm a big fan of meat. I'm not at all like anti-meat, but the purpose of it was to give our digestive tract a break and conserve as much energy as possible for the meditation, the breath work, the self work that we did up there. It was in a really beautiful nature environment like this. So being surrounded by tall trees and peace and serenity does something for your soul. And then of course, meditating and breathing helps you tap into your intuition, settle down, calm down. We're all a group of people that spend our lives on our phone doing this, which certainly takes a toll on someone's mental health year after year after year. So to get a little bit of a break from the constant posting and scrolling, I think also was very beneficial to us. But basically, you know, you combine all those things together, and then you also put some people that are just truly unique and special in different ways, and it becomes this like upward spiral of positive energy, sharing love, sharing laughs, and I'm just really grateful that I got to experience it. Super grateful I got to experience it, and now we're talking about all these other trips that we want to do to other places and kind of start selling ourselves as like a little TV show squad, reality show squad of the 4 or 5 of us that create such different content, but all unique and cool. And then when you throw us together, it's like, wow, what a diverse crew of creators that could literally create anything from food to gym to travel to golf to fashion to modeling to jokes. We did a couple podcasts together, and I'm just excited, man. We've been talking all day, every day since the trip finished, and now everybody's all over the world. Jameson's in Bali doing a separate trip out there for the next couple weeks, and everybody's off doing more cool stuff, even though we just left each other like 36 hours ago. I'm over here in Virginia, freaking foraging on the side of the freeway. Where am I right now, by the way? This is insane. I'm trying to walk to a coffee shop, and it's it's 2 miles, which is a little further than I really want to walk, just for the sake of time. 30 minutes of walking is not really on my work schedule today, but I figured I would talk as much as I wanted to and then call an Uber for the second half. But I do need to check my map in a second, make sure I'm going the right way. Might have to throw a cut in this video, but it feels kind of like this was not really a road designed for walking. I'm like, well, there's just like vegetation and trees everywhere that I'm like freaking trying to not get my head chopped off by. KB is 6'4", and I was joking with her, like, what are the disadvantages of that? And this is one of the things she said was like having freaking trees overhanging on sidewalks and stuff. But anyway, the point I'm trying to make is be open-hearted. Like, you will find what you're looking for. The only reason that all of us attracted each other is because we've all been working damn hard on ourselves for a long time, and we've developed ourselves into the type of people that emanate such positive, warm energy, such open-hearted, loving energy. And so we really just mirrored back to ourselves exactly what we are showing to the world. And I think that that's an important thing for you guys to note and take away from this. It's like, only after the last 6 months of hard work on myself, and it kind of started with the phase of isolation. I didn't have very many good things going on in my life, so I kind of removed myself from the environment I was in, the people I was around. I was sad, lonely, depressed, isolated for a while, but it at least allowed me the clarity to begin thinking for myself again and not be so inundated with other people's opinions and all the noise from the external environment I was in, the people I was around, the content I was consuming, the way I was eating and taking care of myself, what I was putting in my body, all these things I kind of just had to eliminate, go through the isolation, gained some clarity and peace of mind. And then now I'm re-entering the world as a completely different guy, taking much better care of my health, physically, mentally, spiritually. And it's become very consistent to begin attracting such like-minded people also on a path of self-improvement. Damn, it's getting really sketchy here, dude. There's like straight up no sidewalk to walk on. I feel like a hitchhiker. I swear I have a job, guys. I don't need a ride. Actually, I wouldn't mind a ride right now. That would be so sick. Okay, made it through that little intersection. I guess I'm just on like highways. I don't know, man. It feels like this place is not designed for someone to walk, but it seems a little crazy that there's like no way to walk to get somewhere. Like you have to be in a car. I can't really think of anywhere else in the world I've been that's like that. But it just seems like this whole area is heavily, heavily forested, which is exactly how North Carolina was. And they just barely chop out, you know, a little 40-foot wide patch to throw a road in, and then that's it. The rest of it is pretty much like uncoverable. I don't think you could really walk through these forests. But anyway, where was I? I think I was just trying to hammer home the point that you attract what you are, whether that's, you know, work opportunities, friendships, and people. You find exactly what you're looking for, and I think I've just begun elevating my own energy and frequency, and it's also something that I've noticed happens with travel. I couldn't recommend more to you guys. As much as you possibly can, get outside of your home environment. Even if you like where you're from. I like where I'm from. I like my home. I'm not trying to run away from something. But when you get out of that bubble and the same routines and the same people you talk to and the same restaurants you eat at and the same, you know, Netflix shows you watch every night, like you just kind of get stagnant. Wow, this is beautiful. I'm actually really glad I'm walking. There's like a little river right there. And now we found some sidewalk. But when you get out of that routine, you're just more alert. Like you're more aware of what's going on. Your eyes are wider, you're more energized, and you take more advantage of things. Like I'm talking to everybody on this trip. It doesn't matter if it's the maids at the hotel, the people working at the breakfast place at the hotel in the mornings, somebody, you know, in passing on the street. Like I'm just smiley, and I can tell, like it's coming back to me, right? I'm not like closed off and angry and like awkwardly avoiding people. I am peaking in my social IQ right now, and my experience in life is really fulfilling and rewarding because of that. And I just think a lot of people forget that social skills is just that. It's a skill. You literally have to practice it. If you're not getting the experience you want in life, or you feel like everybody sucks, or like the dating population sucks, everybody's the same, that's you. And I'm talking to myself, because that was me. And I'm just kind of reminding myself this year, as I'm finally getting back to living life on my terms and not being quite so controlled by the circumstances that happened in my life last year. I'm starting to remind myself of how I felt in my younger years, which was very powerful and very capable of creating the type of experiences and relationships that I wanted in life by leading intentionally and being very outgoing, very friendly, very curious, right? Wanting to learn about other people's lives and connect with them. I'm kind of getting back to that, and it's just very cool to see how much reciprocal energy there is in the world, and how much you can alter your own experience of life by just stepping into it as a different person. Just making up your mind and saying, I'm gonna go on this trip and I'm talking to everybody. And I think this crosses over to, like, I know probably a lot of the guys that watch me, if they're anything like me, can relate to struggling to feel really comfortable talking to women in social environments. Well, the way I'm supposed to go now says road closed over there, but just as luck would have it, I've stumbled upon the Woodland Hotel and Suites, which is exactly where I was just staying the last 2 nights. So I know I can catch an Uber from here. And as much as I thought it would be cool to walk to the coffee shop. I'm gonna abort that mission. I've already been walking for like 20 minutes, starting to get absolutely cooking, which is great. It feels good to get a sweat in, but I don't have all day to be lost on the intricate highway system of Williamsburg, Virginia. I gotta say, this is like a first in my life in terms of experiencing a road system like where I currently am. I basically feel like I'm just in the jungle, but they patched together like a couple little roads, but I still haven't really seen like a town. It's like just basically hotels and gas stations. So anyway, interesting experience so far. But what I was trying to say was that if you're someone that feels a little awkward or shy talking to women, talk to everybody. That's your practice. Being able to have a conversation with anyone, anytime, any place. You know, you're in an elevator with someone, say what's up. And basically you're getting comfortable with risking rejection. They might not say anything back, or they might give you a little one-word answer like, what's up? And the more times you go through that and convince yourself like, hey, I didn't die. There was nothing to fear about rejection. And then you kind of start firing off the hip more. You start chatting it up with people all over the place, and then you start to have social confidence because you're like, oh, I'm a conversational guy. People talk to me, or I talk to people, and you just are less like in your head about, oh, what do I say to this person? Start with a compliment. That's the easiest way. Hey, cool shoes. Hey, nice hat. I like that shirt. Where'd you get that backpack? What are you guys up to today? Where are you from? Like, just the simplest little intros is all it takes usually to get somebody talking a little bit, and it can really do a lot for your confidence, and then therefore your overall lifestyle. Your life starts becoming more full as you start having cool experiences all over the world. You can go anywhere. I feel like I could be dropped on any country on the planet and make friends and kind of figure out the lay of the land and have some cool experiences with the locals. And what a blessing that is, right? Huge world. Most of us never see it, never venture outside of our little bubble, and I think that's a shame. So I'll leave you guys with that, and I'll try to call an Uber, and I'll check in with you from the coffee shop. Peace. All right, guys, I think I made it to colonial, downtown, historic Williamsburg. My Uber driver just told me the whole lay of the land and basically said, he's like, yeah, you're right, man. The area you were just walking was, you know, it's not really very easy to walk around here. Like, it's pretty much just a drivable only type of place. But now I'm in like the little historic downtown district where that coffee shop is that I was trying to find my way to, and I feel more invited and welcome here. That was the first for me. I don't think I've ever been vlogging on the side of the freeway. But looks cool. It looks like everything is made out of red bricks. It is super warm. I wanted to film that conversation for you guys as an example of exactly what I'm talking about with like striking up conversation with strangers and making your experience in life a lot more fulfilling and interesting as a result. But my phone was actually busy saving a video that it would have glitched out of if I tried to pull it out and film. But I just had a nice conversation with that guy, and he told me that William and Mary College is close by. He told me that because I thought we might have alligators down here. He's like, yeah, not really around here, more like Virginia Beach. What else did he tell me? I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna go into a coffee shop in a second here and crank out some work.